Lou Reed, Satellite of Love. I've loved that song for, I don't know, 45 years. What an amazing, innovative talent. That's the first song I used, I think. Oh no, it was the last song in Ep 1, Series 1 of Afterlife. My fat red face. I've done a bath. It's a bit bright, isn't it? Is that better? No, it's still red. I've just got a red face. Oh, can you put a filter on as you go along, like people do on Instagram, and make me look all lovely and tanned and no. Right. So this was going to be the last one, but I'm going to say it again. You will not get another person of my stature doing this. You won't get any other directors, and you won't get stand-ups of my. You won't get Seinfeld doing this shit. He's above it. You won't get directors doing it. Spielberg, Tom Hooper. To name, you would not get actor. You will not get George Clooney doing this. Nothing. No knighthood. People think I'm serious when I go no fucking knighthood. I liked what Robert Smith, The Cure, said about a knighthood. He went, I don't want a fucking an award from the Royal Family. He said, I'm better than you. How dare you give me an award? Oh, I've always liked The Cure. Anyway, how have you been? I saw a funny thing on Twitter today. I can't really use it in my stand-up, but it would really be a good jumping off point. So someone without irony was having a go at someone for this book. I read a book, right, that they said promotes fascism. I think it was the thing about free speech. So it's one of those things that, you know, if you're right wing, you're a fascist, right? So that's one thing, right? But what they said in this tweet was, remember, without irony, they said, this book promotes fascism. It should be burnt. Is there anything more fascist now? I mean, there's just the word fascist now. It just means someone you don't like, really. Someone who wouldn't let you park there. And you know, a while ago I would have retweeted it or argued, but now you look at their profile and you go, oh, it's just a series of slogans and acronyms and abbreviations. It's the equivalent of like a 15-year-old wearing a jean jacket with 1,000 badges telling you what they like and what they don't. What gets me in some profiles, right, is they have things like, in their profile, they have things like human rights. Yeah? Like, yeah, good. Well, like we're meant to go, what, you're for human rights? That is amazing. That's amazing that you're for human rights. Well done. Well done, mate. Anti-fascist. Really? You're anti-fascist? Well, fucking hell. Are you anti-murder as well? It's like we're meant to go, well, this guy, he's for human rights and he doesn't like murdering people. So, and I look at their little avatar and it's usually a cartoon unicorn with blue hair, and I think, well, if they're anti-fascist and they're human, then I'm going to stop murdering because I want to be just like. Oh God, it's funny, isn't it? It's a funny old world. Let's do some questions. Lindsay, oh, it's 1 year since we lost Ollie, lovely Ollie. And that's how all this started. This is the club, really. This is the Ollie Club. All the people that tune in every week and ask me stupid questions. All the cats and dogs that ask me stupid questions. They're in the sort of Ollie family. So that's been lovely. So yeah, I've really enjoyed this. I look forward to this now, and I feel really good after a nice chat with lovely people. It's better than an interview, because after an interview I go, oh, that was a snidey question, or did I answer that right? Or they're going to take that the wrong way. Oh, that's the headline. Whereas this, I don't give a fuck, because you know. It's like talking to 200,000 mates. So thank you for all that. But it's not over yet. Lindsay, we all knew kids who were funny and had a funny parent and cousin on that side of the family that were funny too. But their sibling, other parent, and that side of the family were misery guts. Do you think, given that a funny gene could exist? Well, yeah. Well, maybe not specifically, but I think they have isolated a gene for something like that. I don't think specifically giving you a good sense of humour or comedy, but there is. I remember reading there is something about, funny can be passed on. I think mainly it's environmental. There is a nature versus nurture argument, and I think both, because I think it probably is environmental that you're coaxed into it. And I think there was an experiment where women and men were sort of wired up and watched comedy, and women were more triggered because women like funny men because it shows good genes for parenting, which I don't know how, but I suppose if you're funny, you've probably got a good outlook on life. I think it's also a sign of intelligence as well, and it's also a social power, isn't it? People are funny because it gives them an advantage in life. It's no coincidence that you don't need to be funny if you're 6'5" and brilliant at fighting, and you know what I mean. You don't have to be funny. So I think there is something to do with it. There must be some sort of social advantage for being funny. So it probably is some sort of selective process, sort of group selection. So I think it's a bit of both. So I think there probably is a funny gene, not literally, but there is something like that, and that's what I don't believe that thing that men are funnier than women. I don't think that's true. I think men try to be funnier more than women because obviously women, evolutionarily speaking, demand showing off. So it might be that. I don't know. But yeah, I think there probably is. It's a bit of both, a bit of nature and nurture going on. I should ask Sam Harris that. He knows everything, which is annoying, isn't it? Leopold and Loveday. We will miss Ricky's bollocks terribly. Think of someone just tuning in. Just like a weird love letter from two cats. It's like Keats. We will miss your bollocks terribly. We wish you all the love this universe has to give. Could you please sing us a happy song? Oh God! All right, a happy song. Well, I only know. I'll do a Brent song, shall I? Oh, this is kill two birds with one stone because someone, is it Leanne or Leah, wanted me to do an American accent, and Brent sings his songs in an American accent. So this is two birds with one stone. What's the happiest Brent song? Ooh la la, right. Sold my shack in Memphis, bought me a Chevrolet, 6 string in the back and a bottle of Jack. and I headed down to Mexico way, singing ooh la la la, ooh la 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 lay, ooh la 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 la. It's a beautiful day, oh, it's a beautiful day. There you go. Ooh La La by David Brent, sung by me in an American accent. 2 questions for the price of 1. And there's probably a backlog, isn't there, of people that are waiting for loads of shows that didn't got. Oh, fucking hell. It's a nightmare. I'm not doing it anymore. It's too hard. It's too stressful. Just going to do this. Shit like this. And the odd stand-up going to a country I like. Just pottering around. A retired global megastar. I think I could do it. I think I could still be a global megastar and do as much, but in a lazy way. So, like Jerry Seinfeld, he doesn't do a new show every time. He rolls it over. He's got like a generic, you're seeing Jerry Seinfeld. He said he's like General Motors. He just fires the bottom 10% sort of every year. So, you know, it evolves. But I don't know whether that was an English thing because of Edinburgh, where you have to do a new show every year, or the DVD market when that was big at Christmas. Now it's different. Now if I had like, I just did the greatest, like the Rolling Stones. That's what I do. I'd just be like the Rolling Stones. After Supernature, I'd do the best of and just, you know, do some new stuff every. Think how much new material I came up doing this shite. This is more. This is more shit comedy than anyone's ever produced ever, and it was all free. I hope that answers your question, Daniel. Harry the cat. Mum has a best room that I'm not allowed in. This is where I spend most of my time. If caught, I roll on my back, engage cute eyes, and voila. Do you have a Miss Pickle Free zone? Or has she got you up to around her paw? Well, she sort of goes where she wants, except we have to watch the front door because she's so curious. She wants to get in every cupboard, get on every. You can see her looking at stuff. You know what I mean, like a high shelf, and she thinks, "I haven't been up there yet." And you want to go, "Well, don't try that because you're going to knock everything over, you fucking hefty idiot." Right? So you have to sort of keep it up. She tries to get on stuff. She gets in things. She gets in the freezer. You know, if you open the oven, it's like, oh. But there's nowhere she can't go. Ollie wasn't allowed in the bedroom because she weed on the bed once. We couldn't trust her. So no, Pickle's sort of allowed to go anywhere. You just got to watch her in case you shut her in. She just follows you. If she's asleep, right, and Jane gets up to go somewhere, she'll go, what's she doing? What? Mum, what you... And then she'll run, because she's scared of missing anything. Oh, God. Dougal. Bonjour, monsieur Ricky. I recently had to wear the cone of shame. Oh, I feel sorry for dogs. Dougal's a little French bulldog. For quite a long period of time, and I was a little depressed. But I am now convalescing. What's the worstest thing you've had to wear and why? I haven't had to wear. I mean, I've worn some terrible things, but they were by choice because it was the 80s. I probably worse things in the 70s, in adolescence. But were they bad at the time? Probably not. I mean, I think that you look back and you go, fuck me, look at my hair. But at the time, you probably thought, fucking hell, look at my hair. So, I'm not really ashamed of anything I did because you can't be because it's relative to the time. But I have had some fashion atrocities. Uh, I bought I think it was a lime green jumpsuit once at a jumble sale, and I thought I'd dye that black. Didn't get around to it. I sort of found it 3 years later. What's the worst thing I've had? I've done all the same things that everyone else had read it at the time. Fucking extensions, dyes, bleaching, all that. Terrible clothes that I wouldn't be seen dead in now. Uh, what's the worst? What's the worst thing that I didn't want to wear? Probably something for filming. Oh, I remember I had one day with a beard on a fake beard on the invention of lying, and I had to be fitted. I didn't want to do it every day because that's a fucking pain. That's 3 hours. Fuck that. Even for one day, no. Right? I said we'll make it. We'll fit it and have it made. Right? Cost twice as much, but I didn't want 2 hours in the chair. So they did a mould, they fitted it, and they got things back. Then went away and made it, and and then they put it on in 2 pieces on the day. And they said to me, "Oh, this is real human hair." And I thought, oh, I wish they hadn't told me that, because that just gave me the creeps. So I had it on all day, but I took it off for my lunch, and I had to do it again because I couldn't bear the idea of the fork going in, touching someone else's fucking beard on the way in. And it just felt horrible. And they kept gluing it, and yeah, that's the worst thing. Second worst, I didn't enjoy the lemur outfit in the Muppet movie. I was mildly embarrassed. It was a little bit tight. So, yeah, fucking human hair beard, not mine. Lemur outfit. Those are my two worst things. uh, Bella, you awaken. You awaken to discover overnight you have grown a full coat of hair. Here we go again. Look. Literally all over your body, face included, just like me. Bella's a dog. We could almost be twins. What do? Shave it all off every day, other than the bit on the top of your head, which you can slick back and no one would know any different. That's a fucking pain, isn't it? I've only grown this because I can't be bothered to shave every day. Most of my decisions in life are about laziness and comfort and time saved. That's why I've got 10 pairs of black pyjamas, 5 pairs of black sweatpants. I haven't been wearing underpants during the pandemic, no point. I've had this jumper on for about a month now because the dry cleaner was shut. Covered in cat hair and food, probably. If I was to soak this in hot water, I could make a nice soup. Quite nutritional. Shave it all off every day. No. Just embrace your new look. That beats shaving off every day for me. Even though people would go, fuck me, look, hairy dog boy. I go, yeah, but at least I didn't have to shave my whole body today. So, number 2 is winning at the moment. Start a new career with me as the hairy twins double act. See, it's already paid off. I'd embrace my new look. So I'm hairy all over. I feel hot, wouldn't I, in the summer? But then I'm laughing in the winter. I'd just go with it. I wouldn't give a. You know what I mean? I don't think it's that bad. I don't think it's that. I mean, my career would have been different. I would have thought. I'd be in a circus. I sort of am. I don't know, really. Satire. Yeah, just embrace it. Grow it. Would I molt? Do all dogs molt? I heard that, is this true? That the the doodle, the labradoodle, whatever, the cockapoo, right? Dogs were bred with poodles because poodles were sort of hypoallergenic. They didn't have the dander or they didn't molt. So people who were allergic to dogs weren't allergic to poodles. Is that true? So that was sort of the invention of the doodle. That you could have can that be true? Or is it just fashion? Is that a bullshit? Someone might know. Uh, slow down. I've been talking too much. Joey, would you rather wake up as a 10-year-old from the neck up or the neck down? Fucking hell. So I wake up and I've either got a puny little 3-foot body and this old fat head. God, that would hurt my neck, wouldn't it? Or my fat old 5'8" body with a tiny little young head. It can't be that one. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, Joey, you always ask the word. I'm going to ask Sam Harris this one. Oh, God. Well, hold on, though. Right, so I think the little 10-year-old body, because then all my organs would be great. I'd be shorter, right, and look a bit weird. But I assume that would grow so soon. So in 8 years, I'd have an 18-year-old body. So you wouldn't really. So in height and everything, you wouldn't tell the difference. And I'd have a great liver. I'd be getting older, wrinkled, but I'd be wise. I think you can't have you can't have my fat old body and a little 10-year-old's head. I've got to go. For fuck's sake. Great question, Joey, you idiot. Titch, have you considered making Derek the movie? He could rescue some animals and start his own sanctuary. I haven't. I don't really consider bringing anything back. I don't think I'll ever bring back The Office or Extras or Derek. Never say never, but they're never as good. People think they want it, and even if it is as good, people go, "Oh, that's not the same," because their memory is 15 years ago when they first saw it, and so probably not. A movie would be funny. I think it'd be too sad for a movie, wouldn't it? It'd be too sad, and it could be sweet, like his very own little Ring of Bright Water or Robinson Crusoe, but with Derek. He's you know. I like the idea. I don't think I will, but it's a nice idea. Maybe I'll bring Derek back for something one day. A little Zoom. Kiki, say you had a choice of being a pit bull, a beagle, or a schnauzer. Which would you be and why? Keep in mind your owner is a 50-year-old man who lives in a cabin in the woods, but has farm animals and 2 house cats. It's got to be the beagle. I don't know. Well, just because I know he'd love it, wouldn't he? They follow their nose. They'd be out in the woods. I mean, all dogs are great, but I think the beagle might appreciate that life more. Me as a beagle, I would. Final question, Andy. What would it take for you to host the Golden Globes again? Oh, not the same without you. Thank you. I don't know. Again, never say never. But I can't keep doing it. That is so stressful. It ruins Christmas because I have to worry about writing jokes. They're hard coming up with those jokes because it's not what I do usually. And they've got to work. You can't even practice them. So I don't think people know how hard it is to just do it. But then to really fucking go for it. Get those jokes past censors. Say things to people's faces. Actually say it in front of huge corporations, CEOs, the biggest producers, broadcasters of the world. it fucking. I do it like I couldn't give a shit, but it's hard work. It's hard work to do it as well as you can, because this is you don't just even if you come up with how good it is, a lot of people worry about it, so you've got to fight to make it good, even if you've come up with something that's good, because everyone's scared of fucking complaints and everyone wants to please everyone, and that's why they're usually anodyne. So it's tough to get your own way to make it as good as you know you can make it. And I don't know why I bother. You'll miss me when I'm gone. You'll go, oh, we shouldn't have bothered him. We should have just let him do what he wants. He knows what he was doing. But we right, there you go. 3 more to go. Thanks very much, everyone. Look at my fat, shiny, red fucking... How can I be both plump and wrinkled? That's impossible. I've done the impossible. Tatty bye, everyone. Be nice to animals. Tatty bye. I hope you're bearing up with all this shit. It's not even all this shit, is it? It's all the uncertainty. That's what really gets me down. Maybe I don't know, maybe I've got some sort of OCD, but even in normal times, if I've planned everything, if something goes wrong or someone says, oh, I can't, I'll go, cancel it. Cancel it all. I'm never doing anything ever again. If I book a flight, right, and they go, oh, it's an hour delayed, right, never, yeah, you're never going to work again. Just everything's up in the air. You can't look forward to anything. You can't. Do you know the worst thing is as well? Apart from the pandemic and the devastation and the deaths and the strain on the health service and people losing their livelihoods and that, the worst thing is the in charge do what they want. And you know what? I can. You know, I see all these people saying all the parties they were having and what all the stuff they were doing, and people saying, you know, that was the day I couldn't see my mum in hospital or I couldn't go to my dad's funeral, and because the people in charge, the posh, privileged people in charge, were acting like Charlie Sheen. I mean, really rubbing salt in the wound. And as I say, I don't get political, but they're all shit.
To pay tribute to Jeremy Corbyn, who's a friend as well as a colleague.
You wouldn't call Jeremy Corbyn a friend?
No. We have to make the case for freedom of movement. We don't want open borders. Freedom of movement has gone and it's not coming back.
Cutting off power, cutting off water.
Well, I think that Israel does have that right. I was not saying that Israel had the right to cut off water, food, fuel or medicine. Wounded by the media, the Sun in this city, a hurt for this city. And I certainly won't be giving any interviews to the Sun during the course of this campaign.
Did you write an article for some newspaper the other day? Surely that's not going to gain you any support across the Northwest.
Would you write for them again, Sir Keir?
I would do, yeah.
Can you guarantee that under your leadership, the 2019 Labour commitments to nationalise water, energy, rail, the Royal Mail, they'll all be in Labour's next election manifesto?
I've made that commitment.
Will you nationalise the big 6 energy companies, yes or no?
No.
No, you will not.
By the Home Secretary was the wrong decision, and I think it was a rushed decision.
When are we going to stop taking went to Eton as a qualification to run the country? I mean, now. Oh, so that's why I'm doing this as well, because I've noticed all around, you know, there's a lot of annoyance and frustration, totally justified as well, misinformation, anger. But I think the next pandemic is going to be like anxiety and depression. You know, God knows how it affects like teenagers who have had their, you know, some of the best years of their life sort of taken away. And college, I didn't go to college to study. You know what I mean? 3 years living at home, doing things on Zoom. That's not my idea. That's not my idea of the college experience. So, as I say, I can't complain. I'm definitely in a privileged position, but I do notice. I have noticed that it's getting a lot of people down. So, and this, you know, helps me. Like, you know, when you can't do stuff, you think, well, I've got to do something. We're built like that. We've got to do something. You know, it's So this helped me doing this. Just, you know, talking bollocks, answering questions from cats and dogs. Yeah, my world tour was postponed for a year, but I did talk to a lot of cats and dogs. Yeah, okay. Well, I hope you're bearing up and
Describe yourself as working class. Sakir, define working class.
No, working class is families that you know, work for their living, earn their money through going out to work every day, not through other
Not
means.
middle classes do that?
Well, working class families have the ordinary hope to get on in life. I mean, this has been
Don't
a story.
middle classes have that
Yeah,
as
of course
well?
they do. Of course they do.
So what's
But
the distinction?
People will say to me, "Well, look here. You know, you've come a long way.
Yeah.
You're,
Yeah, but you
how
went to state
can't-"
school.
Yeah, but that is the ordinary hope of the working class, which is to have a decent education, to get a decent secure job, to get a car, to get a, you know, have a nice holiday, to have a
Isn't that
house.
the middle class too, Sakir? Everything you just listed? No?
It is, yeah, it is, and that's why many people go on their life journey from what you might call working class to middle class.
I hope there's no kids. I hope there's no kids watching because I've said the C word as well. I apologise. People are eating their tea. Fucking slagging off the government, Christmas, just life in general. Welsh Felix, what do you want for Christmas? Besides a working jetpack? Yeah, still number one. Still number one. Just off. Whenever I say to Jane, "Oh, there's a new drone you can sit in," right? It's £1 million, but she just goes dead immediately. Just like she didn't find me wrapped round a pylon. He died. When did he get this? She'll go, this morning. He's dead. Yeah, I know. I knew he would be. I told him. I said, I knew when he was going to say he's going to spend £1 million on it. I said that he'd be dead by this afternoon, and there he is, hanging. You know, that's number one. The jetpack now. Peace and quiet, more and more. Peace and quiet. Just want peace and quiet. That's what I just want. Peace and quiet. I mean, to the extent that I don't know. I just want I want to know what I'm doing. When I know I've got a night in, or I know everything that's happening, right? I know when I've got to work and when I've got to relax. And then if I've got, oh great, like Netflix, I've got a night off, a bottle of wine, Netflix, this. Someone calls and says, "Oh, we're in town, do you want to do dinner?" Oh, fucking hell. I wish I was dead. Only death can get me out of this. I don't want anything really, because peace and quiet, yeah. Peace and quiet, everyone to be happy, everyone to have a good Christmas. More and more now you worry, like other people's misery spoils it for you. That's an age thing, isn't it? When you can be happy and then you can see one thing like a terrible fucking story on the news or a bit of animal cruelty, it just ruins your fucking day, doesn't it? You think, I can't enjoy myself now because I've got to sort that out. I've got to save that dog. That's why I do everything. Peace and quiet. I want it right. If I do that, I can have peace and quiet. More and more doing something with my money, charity work, doing something, you know, seeing it, just seeing it make a difference. I think that's why you should give to small charities as well, because you see the difference. It means something to them, and you see results. And I give to big charities as well, but it sort of gets lost. Like even the admin costs. Whereas if you know a local charity and they're a small sort of concern, that pound, the whole pound, goes to helping the cats and dogs or kids or whatever. So that I like that. That's good. I feel like I've done something. Peace and quiet. I love peace and quiet now. For about a minute, then I get bored. I might have some condition. I want to do whatever I'm not doing, unless it's someone else's idea. Then I want you to carry on doing what I was doing. Oh God. This is like a therapy session, isn't it? You are my therapists, and you're not qualified. I hope this is good for you as well. I don't just do it for me.
So I'm going to be off this stage in 30 seconds, whether Albert John is fucking ready or not. Now, thank you for coming to this event to save the world. If this doesn't do it, I don't know what will. To put this together, we had to throw in flying comedians and actors and rock stars from all over the world, some of them in private jets. They use up a lot of fuel, but it saves queuing. So, please, put your hands together for the man who introduced this band to the world in his documentary film, Spinal Tap. Mr. Marty DeBergi.
Russell Brand and Ricky Gervais, try and behave yourself, gentlemen, if you can.
Do that again and do the names.
No, I'm not doing it again. That's fine.
Like he's Russell Brand and I'm Ricky Gervais.
I think people can work this out.
Yeah.
I think people can work it out. The short one and the tall one, so don't worry about that. Now, as far as you're concerned,
which?
I don't know. I haven't worked that out yet. As far as you're concerned,
That's his attack. That's his first attack on you, Ricky.
Oh,
What's he
yeah.
going to say about me?
right. Okay, should we talk about something else now?
Yeah, go on.
Okay,
After
climate
you.
change. All right.
Okay.
Are you here tonight just to enjoy the content?
I'm not here
to
tonight.
do the job.
I'm
You're
not even here tonight. He is. This is
He
live.
is.
This is pre-recorded.
Right. Okay. Well, this is all going horribly wrong.
You
isn't
asked
it?
us.
I know.
I didn't
I'm
warn you.
regretting it now. I'm regretting it now.
No, it's a
Climate
it's a
change.
pleasure to be here, and everyone here is an absolute professional.
Except him. It's a shambles. Are you drunk?
Not yet. Now, climate change then. Is it something that you're interested in, or are you just here for the booze?
He's not holding that microphone.
Perched.
I should tell you what his other hand's doing.
All right, no, never mind. Look, it's holding this, so don't worry about that. Don't believe everything you hear from this man. So I'll ask you, climate change. Is it something you think seriously about?
You're the preferable one.
Right.
Imagine that. Someone
Yeah,
would
you've
rather
got-
talk to you than someone else.
This
Go on.
is quite a mark on your character that he's turned to me. Yeah, I do, of course I care about climate change. Now, as individuals, we can do an awful lot. You, for example, you're going to have to change the way you're living your lifestyle. Don't look all cynical.
How do you know how I live my lifestyle?
No,
look, the
it's
idiot.
important. He
It's
don't
like
care
I go
about
around
nothing.
killing turtles for a laugh.
He does do that.
So climate change. And my lifestyle.
Your lifestyle, particularly the way you turned up here on a jet bike, making women pregnant on his team just for a jolly.
That was a vicious rumour.
You're like a modern day Jack the Ripper, you are.
Right, thank you.
Oh, that's...
Oh dear, bring back Keane. Right, okay, but seriously, guys.
Okay, no,
all
seriously,
Do
no,
you really
don't-
think that this sort of concert makes any difference whatsoever? There's a message out there, climate change. You guys are here having a good time. Everyone else is in the audience. Do you think it's
It
significant?
does make a difference because a lot of the acts were flown in by private jet. So that's added to the emissions no end.
Right, okay, so it's a bad thing then.
I just want people to let
That was
Nelson
a
Mandela go.
Yeah,
As soon
get
as-
him out.
Get him out!
And Maggie.
Let Mandela go.
And Charlie from Big Brother.
Charlie's got to be freed sooner or later, one of these days. Well, yeah, I think if all of us as individuals do the occasional thing, like me now, I can make you happy. There. You see, it's made a little difference to the world. By doing small things, we can make a difference. We don't have to do a big thing.
Like him.
I think that's right. I don't clean my teeth now and let the tap run.
I don't do that.
No, exactly. I don't clean my teeth. I recycle. But I don't. Do you find it hard walking through busy built-up areas now? We have to have a car with blacked-out windows, don't we? And that adds to it. I used to walk everywhere.
You have to walk everywhere. Go on rollerblades or something.
Yeah, no, they shout, do the dance. To you, which is weird.
And I can't do the dance, you know.
Of course you can. Go on.
No. If it comes to that point, it's been a grim afternoon here at Wembley if I find myself doing that dance. Crikey.
I think I've actually had enough of all this now. I can't get any sense out of these two at all. You've been an absolute pleasure to talk to.
Now say the truth.
Turn the light off.
Back to you in the studio.
Yes, the Dutch Barn. I co-own that company. And yeah, all the adverts I've been doing, they can never get on telly. Well, I'm going to do some for telly maybe, just take out some of the swearing. It's made in Yorkshire from apples. It's we got our own orchard and everything. I'm a farmer, officially. I told you, didn't I? So if there's a war, I couldn't fight. Like, they'd fucking have me anyway. We need that fat old bloke. Why? He's got 4 hands. 4. See?
These people are in power. And they're in power on a tiny sliver of the electorate. Keir Starmer got 34% of all those that voted in the British general election. But he only got 19% of all the people who could have voted in that election. And so a guy with 19% of the British public's support got 63% of the seats in the British Parliament. And now he's busy ennobling his friends, cronies and donors, putting them in the House of Lords, making them members of Parliament for life. So I agree with you. We should fight for accountability. We should demand it. But the ultimate accountability is when they stand up for election. That's why I am clear about the elections in May. Anybody but Labour. Vote for anybody but Labour. Labour must be destroyed.
Try Dutch Barn. Yes, it might make me $1 billion, but when I die, that'll go to worthy causes, won't it? That's why I haven't had kids. Even though my kids don't exist, I hate the little to have all my money. Right, that'll do. I've got to tell you something here, right? So, this is sponsored by Dutch Barn. It's not. I keep getting my adverts banned from the telly. I love co-owning Dutch Barn, and I'm trying to make it a global brand. I love doing the marketing. It's great. It's a real great nut to crack. I love sort of being in business and trying to make this work. There's loads of stuff. It's amazing, right? But it's tough. It's really tough. It's a tough market. There are loads of rules. So I thought we kept getting pulled back, and some of it was like, oh yeah, it was. I knew it was a bit, out there. The odd swear word we had to cut. We got one on telly, just me and the dog was barking. So I did a Christmas ad. I thought this would be fine, right? And it was a scene. It was going to be a scene, right? Me, a little kid who's sort of meant to be my nephew, a brother or brother-in-law asleep on the couch, a nan in a chair, 85-year-old woman asleep, right, with their Christmas hat on. Anyway, so this was the advert. I'm having a Dutch barn, and the little kid goes, "What are you drinking, Uncle Ricky?" And I say, "Dutch barn. It's made from British apples, and it's friendly to the environment. They reckon by the year 2050, the polar ice caps will melt, but I'll be dead." And the kid goes, "Will I live to see the polar?" Oh yeah, you'll be alive. You'll see all the, devastation and flooding and famine and war, right? And then he goes, "Will Nanny see the polar ice melt?" And I go, "Nanny would be lucky if she sees this ice melt," right? That's the gag. I went, "No, you can't have a kid feature in an alcohol advert." I went, "Well, he's not drinking." I went, "No, you can't do it." What? You can't see a child on telly. Well, no, they can't feature. He can't give you that line. So we couldn't do it anyway. We couldn't do it, right? So then I thought, I'll keep getting these adverts banned. I got one banned on the Underground, and that was it was a big poster on the London Underground, and it was me having a drink, and it just said, "One day you'll be underground for good." And they went, "No, you can't." I said, "Why?" They said, "Because people might think you mean, because life's short, you should make the most of it and maybe drink heavily." I went, why is that? That's in your head. So that was banned. So then, right, I decided, I said, right, so this was the advert. It was me going, my adverts keep getting banned from the telly for various reasons. There are so many rules. So how about a bit of honesty? Alcohol is an addictive poison that ruins lives. Merry Christmas. They went, "No, you can't do that." We went, "Why? That's just the truth." They said, "No, we don't ban adverts." I went, "Well, what do you call it then?" So I said, "Oh no, we'll change it to, I keep falling short of the advertising rules." Da da da. And they what was they said? They said, "No, it makes fun of the rules." So the advert about being banned was banned. So, well, we'll say TV. We'll just do it on the internet. That was my whinge. So it's up to you, basically. You are all I've got. So retweet the adverts for Dutch Barn. We sent them one the other day. I knew it wouldn't get through. It was a Halloween one, and just to annoy them, really. And it was Happy Halloween, a time where we scare kids with tales of ghosts and ghouls and vampires. If you really want to frighten your kids, tell them about priests, 70s DJs, and my Uncle Sid. Proper wrong. They sent back, "This is really offensive." It just annoyed them. Oh, now. Happy Halloween from everyone at Dutch Barn Vodka. It's a magical time of year when we try and scare kids with tales of ghosts and ghouls and vampires. All good fun. If you really want to scare children, tell them about priests and 70s DJs and my Uncle Sid. Proper wrong'un. Murdered in jail, eventually. So, dirty boy, Sid. You dirty boy. Anyway, probably get in trouble for... I think they think I'm a bit of a whistleblower for... You see, because they want you to, not say alcohol's this and that, right? Pretending that they're really right on. But actually, they don't want the real truth. They don't want us to say alcohol's really bad for you and fucks up your liver and gets you drunk and makes you mental, because that ruins it for all the other adverts. They don't really want the truth. There's got to be a polite truth. So anyway, yeah, there's that. rant.
Now it's all getting a bit intense. Maybe it's time for something completely different.
Hi, I'm Ricky Gervais, and I've taken time out of my busy schedule filming extras, coming soon, to be here in Germany, to wish England the very best of luck. In fact, I'm with a couple of the lads now, Peter Crouch and Wayne Rooney.
Thanks for having us, Rick.
Hi, Pete.
Yeah.
Wayne. Hi, Wayne.
All right.
How's it going? What would you say to these people who are criticising you two playing up front together? They're saying it really can't gel because, you know, of the height difference.
You saying I'm lanky?
No.
You saying I'm short like?
No, I'm just saying that maybe with a long ball game that, you know, that might suit you, but it won't suit Wayne because he's not as good in the air.
Well, you don't know what you're talking about. We've got a system. You don't know what you're talking about. So we'll just send the ball in.
Okay.
Yeah. Wayne! Wayne! Goal! High five. Wayne, you little...
Oh dear, that's not going to work with a 4-5-1 formation, is it?
I don't know what it is about little people like that. I just love them, man. I love them.
Fantastic.
Did Biden make a blunder, or did he have no choice really but to do this?
I mean, there's obviously a fair share of you got your pillaging, you got all that, you got your murders. They're safe.
What's disgusting about it is that he BS'd for so many times that he said he wasn't going to pardon his son. And that's when he was going to run for president. So he lied. But that's typical of all politicians. All they are lying pieces of crap to get their way into office. So should he have done it? You know, Judge Andrew Napolitano, who was he was a Supreme Court judge in New Jersey. He knows the Bill of Rights and the Constitution better than anybody that I know. He just wrote an article about the Biden pardoning his son. And he goes on to say, it's not right. But he goes on to also say what the son did was not that terrible in terms that, let me get the proper language here, is that he harmed no one by his tardy tax payment with interest and penalties. And he harmed no one obtaining a gun permit and discarding the weapon. Thus, the three components of crime, legitimate authority, palpable harm, and articulable victim, are all absent in the Hunter Biden case. So that's the way the judge looks at it. But as I look at it, again, he lied and said he wasn't going to do it. But think about this. Then you got Trump. Trump gave this guy, Jared Kushner's father, when Trump was president, he pardoned him of his criminal activities. Oh, and now he just appointed him as America's ambassador to France. I'm just pointing it out. This is not a government. It's a crime syndicate.
Say this was a world where there was only one ruler and for a day you ruled it. I like it. I don't actually. I'd say no. If someone said, "Oh, you're the ruler of the world," on the 5th of June, I wouldn't sleep till the 5th of June. On the 4th of June, I'd get out of it. I'd go, I can't. I can't do it. I don't want the pressure.
But Biden didn't pardon him for those two particular crimes that he'd been convicted of. He pardoned him for any crime that he may have committed. And what date did he choose? January of 2014, 3 weeks before Hunter started work, in quotation marks, at Burisma in Kiev. That's the rat that we can smell, isn't it?
Well, of course, it's not only, it's also that other little clown boy that ran for president. And again, these are all daddy's boys, John Kerry. his stepson-in-law, Chris Hines of the Hines 57 family, he was also on Burisma Energy. And this is after the United States overthrew the democratically elected government of Viktor Yanukovych in 2014. Right away, these two clown boys that don't know anything about Burisma Energy or energy, they're on the board of directors, making tens of millions of dollars in front of everybody's eyes, but that's okay. So, yeah, I agree with you. What they're doing, it's a crime syndicate that people call a government. Again, this is your Trends Journal back in 2014. You see how happy that guy is? It's all about America's overthrow of the democratically elected government of Viktor Yanukovych, and the article is written by Dr. Paul Craig Roberts, former Assistant Treasury Secretary under Ronald Reagan, and he makes it clear right here. I'm not going to go into the whole thing. Ukraine presented the perfect opportunity for Washington to advance its hegemonic agenda, and goes on to talk about the overthrow. And then Biden brings his little boy in, a little drug addict, nothing little clown, shot up freak. But I know all about Burisma Energy.
You have the power to change the laws, but only one law you choose stays changed after 24 hours. What law would you want changed permanently? Well, it would be something around. It would be something around human or animal rights, definitely. It'd be good, wouldn't it? To you're not allowed to. Just not allowed to kill anything for a laugh. You're not allowed to kill an animal for a laugh. You're not allowed to just go trophy hunting. It's illegal. I mean, it should be in fox hunting. Just ridiculous fucking blood sports. You're not allowed to cause an animal any fucking pain unless it's a really good reason, like self-defense. If you're asleep at night and a shark gets in your window and starts eating it, you're allowed to hurt it. There you go. Anything else? don't fucking torture and murder animals for a laugh. That's gone, right?
This little clown boy of nothing. I mean, you've been sucking off the public tit for over 60 years. A little jerk. And again, I want to make this clear too. All these little warmongers, you talked about Trump, he killed Soleimani, tried to overthrow the government of Venezuela. Oh, we're going to do this. We're going to be tough in it. These guys, they're all, I'm the same age as Trump. And Biden's, a couple of years older than me. We grew up during the Vietnam War. These little clown boys that talk real tough, they got 4 and 5 draft deferments. And they love war. So anyway, going back to what Trump is going to do, Trump is going to do anything he wants to do, when he wants to do it, and how he wants to do it, and nobody's going to stop him. So Biden could get away with murder. They all could get away with murder. Look at their track records. By their deeds you shall know them. Look at the murderers. What, you like Bill Clinton's murders? Look what he did to Iraq. Killed over 500,000 Iraqi children. Ruined Yugoslavia. How about the Nobel Peace of Crap Prize winner, Barack Obama? We got Afghan troop surge. I want that guy Gaddafi out of there. Get rid of Assad. All right, it's a crime syndicate. Talk about anyone you want. You were talking about Boris Johnson before. The best cartoonist in the world. Couldn't come up with a little freakier little clown boy than that. Take a look at that little Catson Macron over there in France. Hey, how about Olaf Scholz? The people that get into government are the lowest pieces of slime that you could imagine. Oh, not my language, a language of a real man that was in war, that hated war. Dwight D. Eisenhower, 5-star general, Supreme Commander of the Allied Forces, 2-term president. Google it up. Any man seeking the office of president is either an egomaniac or crazy.